Mom, where are you right now? Dad's been in the hospital since yesterday, and I'm stuck here all alone in the house, so... Yeah, where are you, and when are you coming home?
Oh, this is perfect timing. I was just about to message you. The truth is, I won't be coming home. Not tonight, and not ever again. I've decided that taking care of your father is your responsibility now.
Wait, what? What are you even talking about?
Susanna, I've fallen in love with someone else. Someone who isn't your father.
Wait, someone who isn't Dad? Oh my God, Mom, no.
You're old enough to understand what love is. I've found someone new, and I've realized that I can't ignore my feelings anymore.
Oh my God, you're actually doing this? You're seeing another man while Dad's lying in a hospital bed? That's cheating! You're cheating on Dad!
Call it what you like, but I'm completely serious about him. I've decided that I want to build a future with him, and I'm going through with it.
No way, this is too insane to be real. Now you're telling me you want to marry this guy? But what about Dad? You're still married to him, aren't you?
Not for much longer. I've already left the divorce papers with your father to sign. Oh, and since he can't get up and around very easily, you might have to submit them for him. As far as I'm concerned, today is the last day I'll be acting as your mother.
You're unbelievable, Mom. You're just cutting ties with me and Dad like it's no big deal? Like you're throwing this entire family away without even blinking?
I need to do what's necessary to live a life that makes me happy. I hope that, in time, you'll understand that this is what's best for me.
I don't care how happy it makes you. I'll never understand this, and I don't want to. Screw your happiness, Mom.
Excuse me. You need to watch your tone, Susanna.
Oh, give me a break. You waited until Dad got sick and helpless, and now you're ditching us? That's just cruel.
The timing wasn't ideal, I'll admit that, but things happened the way they did. I've talked about how we would do this quite a lot with Jiro, and we both agreed that this was the best way to do it. It's better to rip the bandage off than make the pain last, you know?
Who the hell is Jiro?
That's the man I'm with now, though you might know him better as Imiko's father.
Oh no, you cannot mean that. You're running away with Imiko's dad? She's my best friend. We're teammates. We've been playing softball together for years.
And it's thanks to you two that we met.
It is?
Oh, believe it or not, our love story all started when your team made it to the regional tournament. And the parents came to cheer you on, and when I saw him for the first time, something just clicked between us.
This is sick. Dad told me this morning that no matter what happens, I should keep my head up and face things with pride. Now I get it. He already knew what you were going to do. You're not my mother anymore. You want to run away from this family? Fine, go, leave. Just get as far away from us as possible. And don't you ever show your face around me again, you lying, backstabbing old hag.
Hey there, Susanna. Wow, it's been, 10 years? Can you believe it? 10 whole years since we last talked. It's me, your mother. How have you been, sweetie?
Sorry, who is this? I don't recognize your phone number. I think you might have texted the wrong person. Have a nice day, whoever you are.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. It's your mother. You know, the woman who gave birth to you.
My mother? My mother. You know, I do seem to faintly remember someone calling herself my mother. But I haven't heard from her in around 10 years, so I was kind of figuring she dropped dead a long time ago. Well, hoping, actually.
Oh, there you go again. Always the joker. I'm not dead. I've just been living in a different area with Jiro for most of these years. We moved right after I left, since, well, you know how things were. But the other day, I saw someone on the street who looked just like you. It brought back all sorts of fun and happy memories, so I reached out to some relatives to ask how you were doing. And that's when I found out that you're living in this gorgeous, huge mansion now. I have to say, I was really impressed.
Okay, and?
Well, I just thought maybe your father finally got back on his feet. Maybe he even started his own company or something. I mean, living in a house like that, he must have done pretty well for himself, right?
What's it to you what Dad did with his life after you abandoned? In any case, he died a few months ago.
Oh, I know. That's actually why I wanted to get in touch with you. It felt urgent, you know.
I am struggling to understand what could possibly be so urgent? I mean, we haven't spoken in 10 years. There's nothing left between us.
Now, don't say that. We're family. Familial bonds are stronger than time and distance. And besides, this isn't about you. It's about your father's inheritance.
You really think that concerns you after everything you did?
Actually, yes, I do. You see, there's something I need to tell you. I'm currently pregnant with your father's child.
Excuse me?
That's right, you're going to have a little brother or sister. Isn't that exciting? 43 now, so it is considered a high-risk pregnancy. I really need to take good care of myself. Which is why I think it's time to let bygones be bygones, don't you? Let's just move on from the past and focus on the future. So, when can I move into that incredible house with you?
I honestly don't even know where to start. Do you really believe you can just show up after 10 years, say you're pregnant, and expect me to welcome you into my home like nothing happened?
Well, yes, that would be the decent thing to do. And with that big, beautiful house you've got, I'm sure there's plenty of space.
Let me make this perfectly clear. That is not going to happen.
Oh, don't be that way, Susanna. You may not know this, but your father and I were reconnecting shortly before he passed.
Please don't make up stories about Dad now. That's just gross.
Not a story. This is what really happened. So the timeline goes back about 6 months. I had just divorced Jiro. Things just weren't working out like we had hoped they would. And then one day I bumped into your father in town. We started talking. It was really nice, actually, kind of bittersweet. We laughed, we reminisced, and then out of nowhere he said, "What if we tried again?" He wanted to start over, like from square one as boyfriend and girlfriend, and, well, one thing led to another. Next thing I knew, I was pregnant.
Give it up, Mom. I don't believe a single word of this.
Why not?
Because Dad never forgave you. He told me that himself. All he ever felt for you was bitterness. He was sick. He needed you. And instead of taking care of him, you ran off with your lover and left us behind. I had to grow up overnight and deal with everything while you vanished. You didn't just abandon him. You abandoned me. You left me to handle your mess. I lost my best friend, Emiko, because of you. I quit the softball team because I couldn't bear to face her after what you did. And you think I'm going to just open the door and say, "Welcome home"?
People change, Susanna. Emotions evolve. Time softens things. And whether you like it or not, the baby is coming.
Let's say, just for argument's sake, that this is all true. What exactly do you want from me?
Oh, finally, we're getting to the important part.
The important part?
That's right. I wanted to talk to you about what sort of present you'd get me to celebrate the birth of your little brother or sister.
Are you serious right now?
Of course I'm serious. I put a lot of thought into this, and I think the best thing would be for you to just give me that lovely house of yours. Also, I need to know how much of your father's inheritance I'll be getting.
You get nothing. You divorced him, remember? You gave up any right to claim anything.
Oh no, not for me. I meant the baby's share. Even before birth, a child can be considered for inheritance. So I'm assuming it'll be a 50-50 split between you and the baby. Now, how much money are we talking about exactly? You know, I bet you haven't quite finished calculating everything. All right, I'll wait until tomorrow. Let me know once you've got the number. I'll be in touch. Hey, Susanna, it's your mother again. I tried to be patient, really I did. I even waited until this evening, like a good girl. So, have you finally figured out how much of the inheritance my baby is getting?
Actually, yes, I did. The amount is exactly 0, because the only person who is eligible to inherit anything is me.
Oh, come on, are you seriously still doubting me? I told you already, the baby I'm carrying is definitely your father's child.
Uh-huh. Let's have a little talk about this sibling of mine, shall we? You said you two reconnected after running into each other on his way home from work, right?
Well, exactly. That one encounter brought all those old feelings rushing back. It was fate.
Right. Well, the thing is, Dad had been in the hospital for more than 6 months. And even before that, he was wheelchair-bound.
He was?
So, yeah, anything remotely physical would have been difficult, if not impossible. And about that on his way home from work part, he hadn't been working for years, since well before his death.
Wait, what? He wasn't working?
He started to get a little better for a while, but his health was always fragile. He developed another illness, then had to take an early retirement 3 years ago. From then on, he was only ever going between his bed and the hospital for treatment. So this chance meeting on the way back from work you keep mentioning, it couldn't have happened, not even in theory.
Okay, but then how do you explain that massive house you're living in now, huh? I mean, you're what, in your 20s? There's no way you could afford a place like that by yourself. And if he wasn't working, then what exactly did you two do? Win the lottery?
That house belonged to my grandfather, Dad's father. In other words, your former father-in-law.
You are kidding me.
You probably forgot he existed.
But, that can't be right. Your father told me he had a rough childhood. He said that he hadn't spoken to his father since he graduated high school.
And you would be right to think that. But then, about a year after you left us to run off with your boyfriend, Grandpa heard through someone that Dad was sick. He also found out we were barely scraping by. We were a family of 2, a single father who couldn't work, and a middle school girl trying to survive. So he reached out to help.
Oh, I see. So things were different than I thought. Oh, but that doesn't change the inheritance, right? I mean, whatever the backstory is, the money's still there. So just tell me already, how much of it do I get?
Did you not hear what I just said? Dad couldn't work. We were dirt poor. You left him when he needed you the most. He was too sick to even chase after you, and you didn't leave just emotionally. You took everything with you. His savings, his wallet, even some of his clothes. By the time my grandfather stepped in, we had gone a full year barely able to afford food. So let me be crystal clear. There is no inheritance from Dad. He had nothing left thanks to you. Honestly, the fact that I even have to explain this to you just drives home what a depraved, selfish monster you are.
But what about the inheritance from his father, from your grandfather? I mean, he must have something.
My grandpa's still alive, you greedy old gremlin.
What?
Are you surprised or disappointed? He actually stood at Dad's funeral and declared that he was going to live as long as he could. He said he owed it to my dad to take care of me for as long as possible, to make up for all the years together they lost. So no, there is no inheritance waiting around for you. And certainly not for some imaginary child.
Wait, hold on. I already borrowed money. I took out loans because I thought I was going to get a windfall in inheritance.
You went into debt? You absolute dimwit. How much?
I have over $50,000 in loans. Please, Susanna, you have to help me.
No, I don't. Screw you and take care of it yourself. If you come anywhere near my house, I'll call the police the moment you step onto the property.
Wait, please. The pregnancy part is real, I swear. At the very least, this baby shares your father's blood. That much I know.
For the last time, Mom, I know you're lying.
How can you say that? You have no proof.
Actually, I do. Like I already explained, Dad wasn't physically capable of being with anyone around the time you claim you met up with him. And also, you once told me something when I was younger. You said that after I was born, Dad became infertile due to complications from his illness. That's why I never had any siblings. Did you forget? Or did you think I would?
Did I actually tell you about that?
So unless you've got a miracle baby from immaculate conception, your story is finished. Well, Mom, was that your big final move, your grand last-minute twist? Because if so, I have to say, it was pretty sloppy. You weren't very convincing at all.
Please, Susanna, I'm still your mother.
No, you stopped being my mother a long time ago. And just so we're clear, no one invited you back. You don't belong here anymore. So do me a favor, get lost, and don't come back. A few days later, word got around that my mother had been lurking near my grandfather's house. Concerned about what she might do, he hired a private investigator who confirmed everything. She really did owe $50,000, and yes, the pregnancy was real. But as soon as the baby was born, she dumped it at a facility. My grandfather acted fast. After some complications, he arranged for some relatives who were preparing to move overseas to adopt the baby. All of us in the family are rooting for that child to overcome the circumstances of their birth. As for my mother, with no one left to turn to, she started running from debt collectors. It didn't work. Eventually, she was caught and forced to work for one of the creditor's affiliated companies. Now, with her finally out of the picture, I can breathe again. I only wish Dad could have lived long enough to see me finally find the peace he always wanted for me.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.